Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm going to start with a story. So, these came in the mail. I did order them. I ordered them for my husband. So I just see this, and I'm like, okay. And I say to my husband, oh, hey, babe, I got these for you because you had misplaced your earbuds. So he opens them up. I thought I ordered black. Instead, I ordered not just a Pepto Pink case. Oh, Hadijah, sorry, Lisa. Avert your eyes. Yeah. So I haven't pulled that charging tabby out. So I sent it to my daughters and I said, hey, do either of you want these? They actually both wanted them, but one needed them. So they figured it out themselves which one I was giving them to. Anyway, my husband disagreed when I said, oh, Pepto Pink is your color. Anyway, so that's my story. What we're going to do today is totally different. This is going to be Sunday stretches, and these are stretches that are helping me specifically with my wrists, my elbows, and my neck. That if I get tight from crocheting and I need to move away from my desk a little bit, we'll angle a little bit more. Okay, now I have you kind of far away so that we can do this. I will be counting in this, and then I'm going to give you a small medical update at the end. I'll let you know when I'm about to do that. So let's start with, let's alternate wrists and neck and elbow. So let's start with something called chin tucks. Okay, I'm going to actually turn to the side. So you're going to pull your head back and then tuck your chin in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then release. You can go longer if you want. We're going to do the rest of these. I'm going to count in my head. I'm going to do like 3 of these. Normally you would do more reps, but let's do 3. So it's you pull your chin back so your spine is very straight. Down a little bit. And then you release. Again, I would normally go about 10 seconds. We'll do one more. Let's make sure it's visible what I'm doing. So I'm just sitting up straight, and then I pull my head back so it's like my spine is straight up. Pull my chin back. Okay, and release. I, again, would normally do this many reps. This is an easy, these are exercises that I'm getting from something called Hinge Health, which is Hinge, not like a hookup place. Hinge Health is it's a personalized exercise. Pain management is what they call it. So it's not like workouts, but things to help your body develop the right muscles to relieve pain. So that's called chin tucks, what we just did. Let's do my favorite elbow exercise. I do this every day. I often don't use a towel, but I'll use a towel for the demo. So we want about shoulder width apart. And they show them all standing. I'm going to show them all sitting. Well, not all. Some of them are sitting. Again, I have small hands. This is just a hand towel that I rolled up because small hands. All right. So, oops, they're not quite. They need to be farther than shoulder width. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn and like this. This is called towel ringing. Try to keep this straight. And this is going to stretch your elbow and your wrist. And do a few seconds, probably 10 normally. And then you roll it out. And then you do the other one. I particularly find this one helpful after I have crocheted a long time because it does take care of my wrist and my elbow. Okay. I'm going to do one more set. So that would count as 1 because I've done both hands. And then this. All right. I'm going to pause for a sec. All right, so where you should have felt the towel ring, and again, I brought it wider than shoulder width, curl it, and then up like this to the middle of your chest. And keep this one, oh, sorry, I keep it in it, keep it straight. And where you should feel this is through here. I feel it all the way across, and you should feel some stretch through here if you've got it twisted enough. Okay, that one I use all the time, often without a towel. I'll just, you know, to get the same, it is a better stretch with the towel, I'll tell you. But if I'm just randomly, okay, I'm feeling a little tightness in my wrist or elbows, just obviously not that fast. You want to let it stretch for a little bit. And I don't think I did my left side as much, so I'm going to hold it there for a sec. Anyway, okay. So that's wrists and elbows. Okay, let's do another neck one. These two neck ones I'm going to show you. Not the chin tuck, but these. Oh, one is called a lat stretch, and one is called, oh, I can't remember their names. Sorry, I had to find something. All right. Anyway, that was towel rings. Let's do a neck one. So I found this particularly helpful. I'll talk about that later. So what you do is you have your arm down by your side. Yeah, I need to move over so it's like next to that. So I'm kind of as straight up as I can be. I'm going to look at my elbow. Oops, I have the wrong arm straight down. No, we'll just switch. We'll just switch arms that I'm starting with. Okay. I'm going to look at my armpit as if I could look at my armpit. And then I'm going to reach up. I'm going to gently, very gently pull my head toward my armpit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then release. Again, you would normally do that about, I think that one's 15 seconds. Don't pull so hard that it hurts. Make sure you're feeling the stretch. It should be in here. And then I would do that again. I'm going to go ahead and do that again because this particular stretch is necessary for me. So again, I look at my armpit and I pull my head toward my armpit. Okay, and then we'll do it on the other side. Look at my arm. This one's coming out. Okay, look at my armpit. Grab it with that same arm. All right. And I'm going to have to do that one more time too. That arm should have been straighter down. Look at the armpit. Pull. This one you can feel in your shoulder as well, depending on how tight your traps are. All right. Okay, let's do the next crochet type stretch. So you're going to have your arms shoulder width out. Let's do downward first. So this is a wrist stretch, and you gently pull toward yourself. If you can have your fingers pointing at the floor, that's ideal. Sorry, my little robot is running, and it's the noisy one because it's 6 years old, maybe 7 years old. All right. So, okay, release. And then I would do that again, typically 3 times. But I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other side, just so I stay balanced for this demonstration. So, wrists out, gently pull toward, try to keep that shoulder level. I'm trying to lean back so you can kind of see. This wrist for me, it does not point as straight down as the other. Okay. And then I tend to need, that particular one, I need to shake it out. I don't know why. That one, it's probably just that I need it on a regular basis. Okay, let's do the next neck one. Okay, we're going to sit up as straight as we can. We're going to grab our head and just pull our ear toward our shoulder. Gently, and not past where you're feeling the stretch. When you feel a stretch, you can relax and into the stretch, so to speak. Just let it be there. This one, again, probably 15 seconds. All right, release. And I always have to do that a little bit. All right, and then again, you would do 3 reps each side on this one for about 15 seconds each. We're going to pull it. But I'm switching, I'm doing the other. So this one you should feel in the back and the front, and I'll show you in a second. And I feel like I've stretched this one enough for the moment. Okay, whew, okay. So where I feel that is here and back here and all the way toward the back of my shoulder, but not as, it's definitely a different area than the looking at your armpits. Okay, so we did the downward wrist. Let's do the upward wrist. And I am sorry I'm not giving you these professional names. I don't know if you didn't know, but I am not a professional physical therapist. But I thought I would share these exercises that I'm personally finding helpful. Oh, I gotta get that elbow straight. Sorry. Okay, elbow straight, and then gently pull. You're gonna feel this back and front of your arm and in your wrist. All right, release. And again, this is another one I shake out. That's me. Do what feels right to you. You would do 2 reps of, say, 15 seconds on that, or whatever feels right. But I need to stay balanced, so we're going to do it on the other side too. So elbow straight, gently pull back the fingers. You want to actually do this as far as it is comfortable, because a lot of people lose flexion in their wrist like this from doing crochet, etc. Life, age, different types of arthritis. Again, if any of these are things that cause pain, please don't do them. It's to relieve pain and just gently stretch, and never push them past where you're just feeling the stretch. You're not trying to make it extreme. Okay, so let's see, is that all of them? That might be all of them. That was 3 neck ones and neck, shoulder, and then 3 wrist ones, right? Or 3 wrist elbows. So the twisty and the 2 of the up and the down. All right, so medical update. If you would like to turn the volume down and didn't want to hear this, it's not particularly graphic or even super medically, but I did want to share with you how helpful these, the neck stretches, all 3 of them, well, no, just the 2, the sides and the armpit one, that were to me in my procedure. So for those of you who know, my migraine specialist doctor, who speaks all over the country about migraines and has tried everything with me, was like, okay, let's try this. So I went and had a lumbar puncture, aka spinal tap, and they drew blood first, and they were removing fluid to send to the lab. So the procedure wasn't necessarily to reduce my fluid, but they did because they needed some to send to the lab. I think she said the number 12.5, but I don't know. So it was unpleasant, not awful, but unpleasant. I didn't love it, and I'm still sore, and it was 2 days ago when I'm filming this. But I'm like muscle sore because I do not lay on my stomach. I just don't, like, basically ever. And so I had to lay on my stomach that whole time. So they, while they were doing that. Well, when I came in the room to, start the procedure, I said, yeah, we're just doing this lumbar puncture to measure pressure because my doctor is just not sure what's going on. And they literally said that in the doctor's orders, he wrote, I'm just not sure what else to try. Yo, that's not good. I mean, if he was just some regular neurologist, this is his specialty. This and MS. Anyway, but I know he's doing right by me. He's making sure that my orders get approved and that I get stuff done. I'm super grateful to him. But yikes, when he says that in his orders. What the what? Anyway, it's not a diagnosis on a napkin. It's not. Or a paper towel, sorry. It's not that. It's just interesting. Anyway, so this lumbar support is extra helpful on this new chair. I know it's got Jennifer's blanket on it. Anyway, so yes, good times. So here's what I wanted to specifically update. So I was laying there, they did the pressure test. Like I said, all of it was pretty uncomfortable because it was a full half hour of them having a needle in my back. Granted, they put I swear when they do the numbing stuff, it hurts more. But this time it was also the procedure. They had to readjust the table. Anyway, it was a whole adventure. But they did the pressure test, and then she said some numbers, which don't mean anything to me. Again, I am not a specialist. I am not a doctor. I am not a physical therapist. I'm not any of these things. So they said the numbers, and she's like, okay, now I'm going to start drawing fluid to send to the lab. I said, okay. I'm going to guess when she got to about the second vial, I literally, so I'm face down. I'm pretty uncomfortable. I'm on the table because they need access to your back, whatever. I'm laying on my stomach, and I suddenly start to feel the pressure relieve in my head as she's drawing fluid out. So I'm like, okay, this might actually be the thing. This might be the thing. So maybe this has been the thing for the past couple years. When I had an MRI in 2018, it did not show any extra fluid or anything like that. I got the migraines more controlled once I started getting the Botox. From 2018 to 2019, probably so from the middle of 2018 to close to the end of 19, it was okay, except for the teaching and all that stuff, and they had to change my fluorescent lights to LED lights and all the things. Anyway, but I was like, teaching was just, it was not in the cards anymore. No matter what they did, they couldn't get anything controlled. Now, off and on, I've had some relative control of the migraines, but especially the last 2 years, it seems like they've gotten significantly worse. Now, he has done a lot to help. I mean, he's added 5FD, which is a very new infusion medication that I get every 3 months, alternated with the Botox, kind of. And that's helped, but it didn't clear it out, even with the upped dosage. So it's been an adventure. So this pressure thing is new, if it really is the problem. So far, so that's been 2 full days now. I'm on the third day. So it happened Wednesday morning, and I'm filming this Saturday morning, before my big party. Anyway, my birthday party, but it's not my birthday yet. But anyway, Thanksgiving week is my birthday week. That's just how it is. So, anyway, the amount of pressure that was relieved by them doing that, that day has remained. Do I still have some mild migraine symptoms? Yes, I do. But for my pain level, what I experienced, they took me from a 3 or 4 down to a 1 and sometimes a 2. Just by taking out probably 12.5 milliliters, not millimeters, milliliters. Anyway, but what I wanted to mention about these stretches is when I sat up slowly. I did what I was supposed to do. I sat up slowly with a little bit of assistance to not engage those muscles too much. And that was a whole different kind of headache. And I said, oh, I've got a headache. And they said, yes, that is normal. We'll go get you some water after they've taken the spinal fluid. I guess it just happens. So I did the stretches. This one, the pull your ear to your shoulder. Again, not literally. Please don't do that. And then pull your head to your armpit. I did that a couple times. That spinal headache was gone, or whatever that was. It was amazing. And I super hydrated, and I'm really trying to be conscious of that now. But that's where we're at. This part I will definitely speed up, but the first part, I don't know, with the stretches, I don't know. I'll figure it out to make this not such a long video. But the stretches in the beginning, feel free to rewatch those. That one today is feeling like the most important for me today. Arm straight again, and you're assisting, but not to where it's causing pain, just to where you're feeling the stretch, okay? And then same with this. The towel wringing, just wherever it feels right. And again, one should be up, and it should be like about the middle of your chest. But I do it. It's better with the towel. And again, I just use a little hand towel because I have tiny, tiny hands. And then the shoulder stretches. And I like the chin tucks. It stretches like where your hump is. The hump on the back of your neck. Anyway. Okay. I've gone on way too long. Hugs to you all. Actually, I said that out of order. Let's try this again. Thank you for coming in. And I sincerely mean that. I appreciate that you watch my content and enjoy. Can I get an amen? And hugs to you all.